that. Look, so it's like a vampire, right? Because he has his little outfit there. You see, he has a tuxedo or whatnot on.
That's what a tuxedo looks like in Bosnia.
Look, don't blame me. I've seen many second-hand shops in my life.
I think they're scamming you if they're selling you tuxedos that look like that, my friend. But
dude, they tried to sell me Nike with upside down sign. I told you this story before. Like,
did they tell you that it was from Australia? Because that's the old play.
No, he tried to convince me that it was like some new series of Nikes in which they started putting limited edition in which the sign is upside down on some flea market. Basically, you know, it's literally a flea market in which even if you're buying a flag of your country, it's most likely missing something, you know?
Why is this American flag missing a star? One of the states superseded. They're not part of America anymore. Okay, I'll buy it. You know, if you had bought those clearly limited edition Nikes,
no,
next week you would have went back. You would have sold you X-branded stuff.
You get it wrong. Bunch of them, so whatever. This would be more like missing the color red, you know, or missing the stripes, something like that.
It would just then accuse you of like having something wrong with your eyes at that stage. It's your own fault, but well, we're finally ready to get underway. The pause has finished. The game will recommence as we move out towards the lanes, where we'll get to see if this from Viking. They got a brood mother. This could turn into a brood game. Is this going to be more like Viking season 1 or Viking season 6?
They're going for the same thing they always go for. However, they stack up together and move towards the bottom bounty runes. But they are playing they're playing versus Nature's Prophet. So he's scouting them out with his little treants.
Yeah, they're just talking in the chat. It's like, hey, didn't one of you die to a full team gank from Viking last? He's like, yep, all right, let me just go ahead and scout, see what's going on here.
30 seconds to battle.
They don't have their mid laner this time around, so there won't be any full 5-man ganks here. But mid one has to be careful. The fissure into arrow is a possibility here. Yeah, he's in the range. He's in range. They're aiming it up.
Oh, yeah. And they get it. That's what you get for spinning on the spot. You spin the hell out of here, but he has now leveled the blink. That's the worrisome part for the co-op. Which means straight away at level 1 on the lane, you're going to get bullied the hell out of.
Yes, they do have Rubik there, right? And he's one of better supports when it comes to trading kits, especially when he has so much regen. He's just going to level up Fate Bolt early on, mitigate that damage that comes from Shad and Grimstroke, and they'll play around it. So it's not the end of the world, but it's not optimal, definitely.
Also, I love that from Sumail. He was scouting out the other rune, and the comparison between last time he was playing Prophet and this one is he knows he can go greedily take that other rune because there's no way a Broodmother is going to come across to get it. So 3 runes go in the way of OG instead of them having to deny one like last time.
So it's going to be Notail and Sumail top versus Bat and Shaker. This is heavily favored for Bat and Shaker, I would say. You have to be careful with the Furion. You don't have... remember the last time they played versus Bat, Notail was Nyx, and he would always cancel those aggressive movements. This time around, there isn't really a lot that he can do.
Yeah, I mean, even when he was canceling those aggressive movements, I believe that was when they had Triumph, right? They were still just killing Notail over and over again. But this time, Notail, look at the aggression on the Toby. You know, the creep army is too much for a level 1 Bat Rider.
Yeah, he will farm under the tower. He has 2 melee creeps following, so should be alright.
Yeah, he just needs that level 2. That's when it's a bit harder for them to just run creeps at him all day.
You were completely right about the Queen of Pain, by the way. They zoned them heavily here. There is a full wave coming, though. A full wave and an additional creep, so he should get some last. It's now under the tower.
Yeah, and once you have level 2, that's when you can start to pressure a little bit. Mirana's not the type of hero that likes having to deal with those dots. On top, Notail, he's just... I mean, he's burning through so much of the regen, because you got to keep in mind Bat Rider, he didn't start with a salve either, so he hasn't felt confident about coming forward. But now, all right, you can see Aramis, he was like, okay, you just got level 2 on Toby, I want to do it. But
instantly he channels the fissure. It's
It's mighty tempting, but Bat is not confident until he's fully healed by the south. Mid lane's going pretty well for Thompson, however. 16-1 on the CS so far, but he hasn't slowed down Boom at all.
Yeah, if you look at the levels, Boom is a little bit ahead, but Thompson will get 2 range creeps now under the tower, so you can't really slow down the Brood. It's not even about the lane, unless you're playing something like a Centaur or a Kunkka, you know, something that's just tiny, let's say, something that crushes her. You can't really slow her down. She will be farming the jungle, so you can just do the best that you can to defend your tower for as long as possible without dying.
I guess the tough part from that perspective is that Oscar isn't a hero that sits and farms, right? He wants to rotate. And every time you do that, you don't really have a hero that can confidently sit in the mid lane and not get forced out by Brood.
So I would usually agree with you completely. Yeah, he wants to rotate, but I don't think that Brood Mother definitely can pressure the tower, but he rotates really fast, right? Because of the rolling boulders. So maybe because of that, he will be able to come back to the lane and defend it after these rotations happen. Toby?
Oh, Toby. Yep, TP in from Sumail. But Toby, he's pretty fast. He could just TP out once he reaches the tree line, and they have no way of stopping him as it's a level 2 Enigma.
Dire's courier has been killed.
He's waiting too long though. He's dead.
He can't anymore. And honestly, I really didn't expect Notail to be getting the first blood on this top lane. They outplayed them heavily. They played this lane so well around the region, and they forced Bat out constantly so he couldn't amass those sticky napalms.
I mean, not only that, right? You wouldn't have expected Notail's build to not have a stun against that sort of shenanigans.
Mid lane Thompson, right? He's actually dead here, maybe even.
He's got the roll. Yeah, they can't chase under. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, they almost got killed with Saxa, but Shad is on the run. He's in control. Mid one does have the stick, so he could actually hit him up with the dagger. And he'll just run him down. They will know about that ward now, I'd imagine, though, because they didn't have vision as he turned the corner.
He should ping it, but the ward is running out. 40 seconds remaining on it, and I don't think you even managed to de-ward it on time. I really think they had Thompson on the mid lane. He is bulky, he has some armor there, but Boom wasn't even trying. He didn't have mana, and because of that he was just kind of chilling, ignoring until it was a bit too late to kill Thompson.
Yeah, it's kind of, with a Brood at this point, I guess you're a little bit at risk if you start diving this early. I mean, you're only level 6, you haven't got any big power spike to play off.
Man, Toby might die again. Yeah,
we've seen this before. Now, you can't even TP because it's on cooldown, and he's just gonna go to the same spot and die, right? It's just one of those things.
He does have Firefly this time around, so...
Yep, but Notail understands basic principles. You see fire, you follow fire.
Those are some very good principles right there.
Not for real life. Don't follow fires in real life, guys. That is ill-advised for your health. Unless you're farming. Well, things will calm down for a moment. Mid one is... he's having a hard time, but... I mean, that kill was good for him, although Rubik did have to secure it. But just look at the CS. 19-8. That Shad, he's not getting as much either, but at least he's present for the XP factor.
I think he might be going for Necros as well, because he has 2 Sage's masks.
Well, he sidestepped the arrow. There's no real way to sidestep the Shaker. This one is here. Shad, it's getting low, but it's a level 4 Queen of Pain. It doesn't really have the same effect. If he was still the mid, he'd be able to get many kills here.
It seems like that level 1 Blink hurt him way more than I thought it would, because this bottom lane isn't really going that great for him. He's not too far behind.
Thompson. He's not going to be able to finish off Boom. He misses the last remnant, but I'll tell you what, he did get a lot of gold from killing all those spiders.
Can he maybe kick the remnant? Yeah,
he still sees
him.
Oh, he missed the courier. He's actually just trying to be cheeky, but the courier actually spotted him out as a result. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, favorable trade for Viking as they actually take down the Queen of Pain.
Still keeping him on level 4, and now he can't TP back to the lane because he just did it, so they're really pressuring mid one heavily down there. But this lineup of OG, it comes unlocked pretty much with levels only. The moment Queen of Pain hits 6 and Thompson rotates in, they have so much damage that Mirana could easily fall down there.
No, that's true. Marana is this hero that, yeah, you get good agi gain, but if you think about the strength gain on this hero and the type of items you build, you kind of remain a glass cannon throughout the game.
And Thompson so far has been amazing on the mid lane, and he's building something that I didn't really expect him to. He's going for a Midas.
Oh,
like, is this real life? What tier are we in? Is he really going for? I mean,
he's had enough of Necronomicon meta. Okay, he's getting ahead of the curve. He knows that Midas is going to come back as soon as Necronomicon doesn't work anymore. Mid one. I don't know if he wants this. They might be able to get Celery. Will there be a price though? Shadi goes in deep. He commits hard, and they're fully in on this fight. Toby arrives as well, and Sax is being chased onto Aramis. He'll trade. TP out, sent by Sumail, and it will not work. Oh, it does. Actually, no, the final moment, the final tick wasn't there. Celery goes down to mid one in the meantime. All of a sudden, Thompson turns up, and Toby's the one on the run, but nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. He'll get the kill with the haste. He'll chase forward on the Shad. But there's no diving towers here, not without Magnetize.
He wants his money, man. He wants his Midas. He's coming over to try and get some. Top lane, Hermes did TP in, but he has no Batrider, so Notil should be fine. Notil is doing so well on his Enigma as well. If you look at this level 5 Enigma on position 5.
Looking for kills here. Sumail keeps thinking about how to change his mind. I think he just secured the tower instead.
Top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
One great thing about this Midas on Earth Spirit is he's going to get levels really fast with it. He doesn't really have any natural way of farming up, so that will help him get those levels. And when you're mid Earth Spirit, really, you just need a couple of bracers and a lot of levels, because your damage potential gets unlocked with the level 15.
And the other thing about it, right, you say the damage, it's not just for killing, it's also the farm, and then comes naturally because you have enough damage to clear creep waves with your combo, which currently he does not have.
Notil almost has full Necro completed. This position 5, if we can call it that way, Enigma, has as much farm as their offlane Queen of Pain. Just as much farm.
You remember what I was saying in the draft, is how I like to see this hero play at the moment. Secret plays the exact same way. It gets farm priority because it is a hero that naturally finds gold, and the items that it builds benefits the whole team anyway. Did No-Tail... Hello?
Yeah.
I guess he knows about it. He just wants to ruin. Yeah. There's no way he missed the trusty shovel. He's a +5. That's the one they always look for. Bot lane, zooming in. Shadow looks him away. Roll through is off the mark. So is the Sprout, and Celery will be chased down. Haven't got a Fate Bolt just yet. Nice fissure to block off the pursuit though. That was good.
The kick though.
Thompson's like, what are you doing here? Continue the chase. We're not done yet. They'll get the kill.
They're so very mobile on both sides, and the only difference is one side has a Brood Mother, so he's kind of stuck around that mid lane until he gets Aghanims at least. He's got the Diffusal and the Aghanims queued up. He's blocked Thompson, but...
No, Thompson will now farm. Oh, no, he didn't renew. I think he could have got another boulder down and probably killed all the spiders.
Radiant's middle
he didn't
tower
wanna.
is under
he got
attack.
all the small ones.
Bottom lane tower is under attack.
Do they want to commit hard? Not on to Saxa. They want a different kill. He does get a spill Latu. Now, that is not how you deal with Queen of Pain lineups. They wanted the kill on the Nature's Prophet so bad. They'll get it, but at a price. 2 dead already, and they won't be able to find more. But in the mid lane, there's a dive. Enigma goes down. He didn't have the mana for the black hole, courtesy of that Diffusal on Boom.
He just sent all his little spiderlings and spiderlights as well to go ham on the Enigma. Thompson needs to be careful. Oh, that's much better. He kicked him away this time around so that there's no possible block on the rolling boulder. But man, that mid one, that Sonic Wave was so good. That was so tasty. So tasty on the bottom lane. Oh.
Radiant's bottom tower.
You know what isn't so
attack.
tasty? It leaves a bit of taste in the mouth these days because they're worth so little. Another Necronomicon. Mid one also has one.
Yep.
So, you know, if you haven't got the zoom meta in your heroes, just build Necro books. It looks like they want to deal with this mid lane. I don't know. It's a hard one.
It's hard, but there is less on Rubik. So maybe you can do something about that, like smoke up. Let's see. Yeah, the three of them just smoked up. And they should understand where the Brood is by the pattern of the webs. There's not really too many places where he can farm. They'll put a ward here on the high ground, most likely. Yeah, you see? Just put the ward here and then wait for her. But
if they can get the roll in and then bat him back, they can get the last two, but it looks like that's going to be impossible celery here.
Boom is just way too smart for this. He sends the spiderlings to scout out. Also, Celery knows that he needs to protect his brood, but...
Moving in. They're going for it now, but they can't put enough for the last two, so Boom trying to move away, lift down, he says, come in, get over here, you belong to me now. They'll pull him to the Midnight Pulse, drag away with the real last two users. Toby, he doesn't want to be anymore. The Black Hole's going to come out, but it doesn't connect with the shadow. Instead, they're going to bring him down. He's dead. They'll be trading this, and it'll be favorable for OG as they then take out another hero as Mirana also falls. Toby has to retreat as quick as possible.
Shaker.
Let's go going. Thompson, is this a bit too far? Roll through, Sonic Wave. No, it's not, because Toby just made himself in. Thompson, he's going to live. He's going to TP away to safety. Where are the tips? Feels appropriate at this moment.
Dude, he just had a fantastic Earth Spirit performance, but he had an Arcane Rune there. So the amount of times that he rolled was through the roof. There was like 15 rolls in that one single team fight. Rolled all over them, I should say. Also good play by Saxa to lift the Brood onto the low ground so that he can lasso back. And the damage that comes from a level 12 Earth Spirit with an Arcane Rune is just way too much for Viking GG to sustain just sustain themselves through that. They don't really have any big utilities items on their side. No pipes, no mechs, no Vlads, nothing like that, because of the heroes that they've drafted. And it looks like Toby might try to do something about it. He's actually going for a mech on a Batrider. He just understands that in order for them to win this game, they really have to sustain themselves through these team fights somehow.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, and it's kind of a case of when you look at OG's draft, I guess he's feeling they're going to come to us anyway. It's just about surviving their burst potential. Mid one. Nice pushback. And straight into the Inkswell and starts this way. And the Queen of Pain will be brought down. And that's not the fight you want, Prophet. Straight into an arrow and straight into his grave. And now they'll look to push forward towards this tier 1 tower.
And on the mid lane as well, obviously. You aren't fighting the Brood. She's pushing your tower, as always. Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate, the way they played it. Sax also missed his arrow, but very well played by Viking GG. They did that right. The arrow connected on Sumail so well.
Yeah, they're just kind of reading him like his textbook at this point. However, Shadow's been read. Thompson rolls in, and not only will he get the bounty, he'll likely get this Mirana kill. Oh, he can leave it. Gets in range just long enough to put the boulder down, and no tail is going to be found. He pays the price for Thompson's greed, but it's a worthwhile trade. You know, you trade your POS 5 Enigma for the POS 1 Mirana.
Is that really a position 5 Enigma anymore? Can you call it that?
Is that really a POS 1 Mirana?
Yeah, that's a fair point as well. But this Enigma has like 700-800 more net worth than your position 3 Batrider on the other side. So Notil is farming his mind off, and he's getting very close to that Blink Dagger. He actually spent quite a bit of gold after dying. I think he had over 1,000 after that.
Radiant's top tower has been denied.
Sorry, I'm sure he bought some sentries to try and mitigate the loss. What are we looking towards here in the bot lane? Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Liz, but I think we saw this. It did have an arrow last time. It seems it's getting a little bit easy to kill Sumail, especially if he keeps going back to the same place under the same vision.
Yeah. They do. Both of these teams have wards there, and they're trying to play around it. So Sumail kind of making the same mistake again. Top lane.
Shaker will go down. Thompson with the roll in. Saxa is good.
Click on the Shaker and check his gold. He is very close to that blink. Yeah, like 100 gold away, so he's fine with it.
Click on Thompson and have a look what he's going for. He's almost got it. Just the Mystic Staff left. Even on the bot lane. Oh, no tail. Oh, no, the black. Oh! It's an interesting choice, Johan, and it might cost you your life. They're rolling. They're trying to look for some kills now. Maybe they'll find Celery. Maybe they'll find Toby. Yes, they'll get him. But now you need a third kill to make this worthwhile. You commit the black hole, and it's for the POS 3 and the POS 5.
I mean, all right. They did bring pretty much everyone here to repel that. I'm not sure that black hole was really necessary from him, because Batrider was Inkswelled, so the maximum duration of that black hole was really low. There's a chance that you catch him on the opposite side of the black hole and that Inkswell doesn't connect. I'm not sure, but maybe there's a chance to do something like that.
I had to double check. I was like, did he get a level 3 Necronomicon? Was trying something smart? No, it's just a level 1 Necronomicon, so it wasn't that either. He wasn't purging it. It's a bit precarious. I mean, you still get the kills, but now you could already see the moves. Like, Boom was farming their side of the map. He's like, okay, now I'm kind of a bit more free to move around. There's less lockdown potential under me.
Yeah, he has that agonims. He can go anywhere from now on. And maybe for tops and mid.
Yep, they'll jump in. They got the stun control to bring Thompson down. All he can do is magnetize once or twice. He will get all the baby spiders, but the big mama spider is reigning supreme there.
But I just love the way they play around this, right? Like, they don't use their big initiating tools. It's not like Earthshaker blinked in their Echo, you know, into Fissure, into Enchant Totem. No, they Fissure into the Flame Break to bring him closer to the Batrider. They don't use anything big to take down Thompson, and it's such a nice thing to watch.
Yeah, it's like Zone Sync, Viking, you know, they've been playing together for quite some time now, and it really starts to show in the way that this team executes. Toby is going under the vision that they have here. They don't know that OG has vision here yet. Lassu's going to come out. A sense of irony overwhelms Toby, but not for long. It's his turn. He says, where the hell you going? Eye for an eye, my friend. You use yours, now I'll show you mine. Steel coming out. Starstorm will allow him to get the kill, and now he's going to try and hunt forth for more, but he does die immediately, and Shad has to return to Hotel. No black hole, no fear. They'll bring him down. He tries to make himself some Eidolon babies, but he can't get rid of the rest of the spiders.
They did manage to kill off Shaker a bit to the north, because Thompson moved in to just clean him up with the rolling boulder. That was pretty sick, but besides that, it's a decent trade for Viking GG. They did take down the Enigma. They didn't commit a lot as well.
Chad's in trouble. His build does not support this, neither does all the overwhelming trees surrounding him.
This is the problem when you get that Orchid, right? That's the issue for Mirana. She's very squishy, and he can solo her even without ulti there.
Well, they actually might look for vengeance onto him. Celery's moving forward, and they have got reinforcements coming. Look at this. He's scouting him with the courier. It will cost him the courier, but now they know where he is, and they know that they can get range. Nice silence coming out by Sumail, but the net means he is not getting out. And the Inkswell forward.
He's got the BKB.
Aramis, he got to deliver in that moment, and as a result, Aramis is going to go down.
Oh, no.
Speaking of pain, Queen of Pain's here as well. She's going to move through, spot out Celery straight away. Sumail, hot on pursuit of Celery. He could try for a TP away. I think that's your only play, actually. I'm not sure why he's holding it. I guess he just doesn't want to live. After what he just saw happen to his Shaker, he can't hold being apart from Aramis, so he'll go to his grave as well.
Batrider, he caught Thompson, but he's a tanky boy.
Caught who? Who caught who here? All right, Thompson. Oh,
they caught
so
Thompson.
Close. But
what do you mean who caught two? It's three of them around him.
I'm channeling Thompson's thought process, right? Because you got to stay positive in that moment, Liz, okay? Like, no one can beat me. Hit the TP.
Unless he has some weird BKB flying over to him, like Sumail, that I don't know. Like, you have to you just have to love or hate those moments, or love and hate them at the same time, because that's what makes Dota so fun. Like that last second BKB that arrives to Sumail there. You feel sad, obviously, for Shaker and for Grimstroke in that situation, for the whole Viking team, but it just makes the game so much more interesting and fun to watch.
There are two versions of that moment, right? That one wasn't RNG based. I think a moment I could probably remember from yesterday was the Bait versus OG when Dendi gets disarmed by mid one at the most terrible of moments, and it just wins them the fight. Yeah. So, you know, at least this one wasn't dependent on RNG. You knew an item was coming soon. Look at this Viking. Oh, Sumail. He's got a TP. You could just leave right now. It might be advisable because the BKB is going to last long enough that Sumail will go down. That is not a favorable trade. And the arrow stops him means he can't do anything. Black Hole does come out of boom. He's got that Aegis though, so even the first kill is going to be difficult because he starts to eat up with the insatiable hunger. And on the side, Thompson is keeping the rest of Viking busy. Toby's going to be brought down. Boom, trying to retreat, mid one, will blink away, but the diffusal did hit onto him. He's in the tree line, they don't know about it though.
Well, they didn't see him.
They did. They do see him now, and they'll be able to burn through the mana quick enough, or are they? They'll still chase. It looks like Swamp is going to struggle to get away from this one. As they continue pursuit, he's gone. And Saxon may have just given his life as well. They'll decide against diving it though, because they turn around, they see Thompson is all alone. They can't get in front of him just yet. He's slowing him down. He's got another rollout. If they block it though, like that, there's not many options left here. Tries, but they get in front of him. This spider's got a big hitbox, and he finds out the hard way.
Now, what do you think if he used ulti there on Queen of Pain? Would he be able to survive? Because Rubik was also TPing in. He had lived.
He didn't have mana though.
He did because of the region rune. He had it just in the nick of time, but I mean, yeah, maybe saving that ulti is for the best for the next fight. It does have a really long cooldown. He doesn't have eggs or anything. But yeah, a very Sumail, he has like this moment of brilliance, you know, with the BKB being delivered, and then he goes into the pit trying to delay it or something with that BKB.
I am
just
strong.
feeds.
Yeah,
it just feeds.
He could have just left. That's the most painful part because Batrider was nowhere nearby and he had a TP available. But you just feel bad at that situation, right? The 10-second was used to get, you know, the measly kills and turn, and then the second one would be used to what? Run away?
He was creating enough space for Thompson to kill a couple of heroes in the backlines at least. So not abandoning the fight in some situations is good, but I can't really justify that. That was
no, not when Black Hole's used and you don't even get the Aegis for it.
Yeah. Boom.
He's got Aegis yeah. He can do what he wants.
He's almost got the AC as well. Well, almost. He has the Hyperstone. Let's not over exaggerate it, but he's feeling all right.
That's pretty much what he wants. I mean, just look at the damage being done right now to this tier 1.
That's the talent for the spiders. They just hurt so bad. It's all about them right now. These spiders are your main damage source for Brood when you get the talent for them on level 20.
It's turning very quickly into a spooky spider game, that is for sure. I mean, Thompson can still deal with them, but we've seen he wants to be using these magnetized on heroes, if anything. And when you think about the way that Viking play as well, they don't have to stack hard on a hero, right? Like Shaker wants to for slams. Batrider in a different situation drags one away, but it's not like you're gonna get 3 or 4 heroes on top of each other, which you no-tell, you wish that would occur.
There is a game-changing item, and that's the blink for Enigma. Now the problem is he still doesn't have the BKB, so the blink black hole, I'm sure Johan can find the right, you know, angle to use it, but he is playing versus many disables.
Oh, well, just look at it. The only hero that doesn't have a way of stopping your black hole right now is Broodmother. Every other hero has some mechanism to stop you.
Well, Brood can kill you as well, right? That's one way of stopping you, yeah.
I think you just accept you're going to have to black hole boom, but after the last one, he isn't going to feel confident or good about that.
Dire's middle tower.
You can already see that OG, they're just trying to buy time. They can't take a direct fight. And luckily for them, Viking aren't going to push up high anyway. They just want to take the tier 2s for the time being. There is a Shaker snooping around though. And they know it.
He's just farming, finishing off his Shadow Blade. They do see that he's far away. And there is a smoke ending on Otil, but I don't think he'll catch anything. Yeah.
I mean, you could kill Shad fairly easily. That's the thing. That is the weakness right now for Viking, is because they put this Aegis on Brood. Your Moran is still very
Another vulnerable. Smoke happened from
Celery. Soulvine connects to them together. And he will give his life, but now the last is coming in, and then the Brood Mama, the actual Sonic Wave to try and break up the fight, but the damage is already done. OG will lose Thompson as well, and mid one just has to run for the high hills, leaving Sack to defend for himself, which he most definitely cannot do against Boo.
Damn, this is high ground right here. The only buyback is on Rubik. And now he can defend quite a lot with Fade Bolt versus the Spiders because it mitigates most of their damage, but He has to be very careful. If he even he has to be really careful how he approaches this because he has no blink, no ghost. They can overwhelm him in a second.
That's true. They're gonna have arrow available. Got 2 leaps. They can get on top of him in the blink of an eye. And they pinged out. I think they had... Yeah, they see mid one. They know where he is. So if they want to try for it right now, they can. He's trying to get rid of the creeps, but they don't need him anymore. They've done the Q service. They've given him enough time. The racks are going to fall in the mid. When the tier 2 still stands, they're not worried about the rest. However, mid one is in a lot of trouble. He went too far. They knew he was there, and they punished him for it as Queen of Pain.
Black hole in the base.
Oh, they're going for it. Boom. He's going to move away. He's living. 100 health. He's able to escape. The silence on the Shad won't stop him either. He's able to just walk it off in the end. Use the black hole, and you don't even stop them from getting the dieback on Saxa.
Damn, that was so close. They used the full duration black hole on that Brood Mother right there, but he still manages to survive. Just a sliver of HP and goes back, finishes that AC, comes back into the fight now. And obviously he finds, I think the best tier 3 for him at the moment, Orb of Destruction.
And there's bigger ramifications to this now, Liz. Like, there is a chief concern for OG, the Viking are coming for the throne because they know there's no black hole now for 130 seconds. It's a big window, and that orb of destruction you just mentioned, along with the AC, these tier 4 towers begin to look like butter. And
they're still gonna go. They're still gonna go for the sides. They're going for the bottom lane tier 2 and the top lane probably. But Toby did find Sumail.
Did he find
Sumail? Found him? Yeah.
Or did Sumail indeed?
I stole your line there, sorry.
Yeah, nah, it's fine. We share everything, you know. We share this cast. We share this stream.
What do you, share me your thoughts about plate mail on Earth Spirit. He just went for a casual plate mail. I guess versus the Brood Mother is
they hurt.
Spiderlings.
Yeah, the spiders really hurt. I think even my brain can work that one out. I mean, look at these little things. They look adorable until they hit you. Okay, they look less adorable when there's 3 of them no clipping for each other. That looks horrifying.
Yeah, I don't know how spiders can look adorable to you, but yeah.
I mean, by spider standards, these ones do look cute individually on their portrait.
Right.
But
I agree.
yes,
yeah, I agree. They have those cute little eyes.
Just showcase the right now. I never get enough of how stupid this looks. Her jaw just starts going crazy for some reason.
Wait, let me go in. Yeah, I see the jaw as well, just being triggered, and the million little spider lights and spiderlings in front of her. Just these eyes watching at you.
Oh god, actually, if you get the wrong angle, it just looks like one of those like
is she eating her babies?
Documentaries, yeah, where they eat their babies. Alright, but just tuning in, we're just waiting for Shaker to reconnect. Some little connection issues going on, and I definitely don't want to fight without him. He's already got Shadow Blade. By the way, look at... That is Aramis's gold, right? He's got no, there we go, 1800. A little bit of a bug. I was shocked for a moment that he somehow had 3,000 gold sitting on him, but that was Brood Mothers.
Yeah, I actually get the same. I see 3,000 gold on him. How much gold does Mirana have, by the way? If you click on her.
Almost enough for a Desolator. She just needs 100 gold. That would be nice for the Mirana to finally, you know, be helping out. Because it definitely has felt like the Brood show so far.
I'm just giving the chat what they want. I know who they want showcased. It's the mighty Batrider, of course. That's dead.
Oh, it's a bit hard to showcase him. There's a buyback button in the way. I'd like to imagine that in an early iteration of Dota's spectator functions, you could accidentally buy back people for them as a observer. I know, it sounds messed up. You ever thought about that, like the early phases of Dota we didn't get to see and how many broken things there were?
Dude, I played some of those. I remember.
Did you ever hear about the Kunkka's ghost ship, the fleet, the early iteration?
Look, I'll just tell you this. Manta on Terrorblade, I used to play that, and Terrorblade, he didn't spawn illusions like he spawns them now. He more of split into them like PL does right now, but real fast, right? So like Manta, his spell with illusions was literally Manta. A couple of games, I would click the Manta and that at the same time to get all the illusions, and my hero would just disappear from the face of the map. That's in Dota 1. I wouldn't have a Terrorblade anymore. I would just have the illusions.
Radiant's top
I remember
tower
that
is under
with the
attack.
Ember Spirit, where you would you slide
Go under?
and hit invis, and then you wouldn't go under. You were just unhittable. Like the only things which could hit you were auto attacks.
Yeah, I
couldn't be
remember.
targeted.
Yeah, I remember that. That was recent though. That was like a year ago or two, maybe. Yeah.
Well, the reason I mentioned the boat one is that's even more recent. Like they originally the iteration that they went through for what was that for? I didn't expect them to go for the Rubik. They looked like they wanted to move towards the Earth Spirit, but they'll take that pick off and head on for more. As just
so close.
Way out, the arrow did not connect, but the fissure will, and now they have good stun control. Echo Slam to ensure the kill. The Breathe down now. Mid one once out. He'll be able to escape, but he doesn't murder the spiders. Now those spiders are wailing at your base, and it doesn't take long.
Dire's bottom tower.
This is going to be very quick because the death is there on the Murano as well. They might just go, yeah, they're going to force it. They're going straight for the throne. No black hole for 10 seconds.
They don't have a tier 2, so they can't really go for that. Thompson is pinging out the bounty room because he needs 90 gold to... Yeah. You see Sumail, he's TPing to the bounty. This will give him the chance of a buyback at least.
Yep, he's back in. The Sonic Wave was used defensively to get rid of all the Brute Spiders, though, so they will back away from the base. A message has been sent. OG, one more slip up and this is game because you only have one tier 4 remaining.
If you're a Viking right now, you pretty much chill. You go for another fight or go for the tier 2 on the top lane to close the game out quickly. You can also wait for Rosh, which will respawn in 40 seconds. That's the easiest play to make. It's not like OG are going to get any game-changing items anytime soon. BKBs are far away.
Man, BKB from Shad. Now the league starts trapping them together. Mid one's going to be brought down, and all of a sudden Thompson needs a way out of this quickly. Shad stands his ground on low HP against Sumail, but will lose that fight. The buybacks are coming out on both sides. Walk back in, and both Moran and Batrider re-arrive, but Sumail, unable to escape in time, will be brought down, and now it is the Brood Mother show. She moves across on the Thompson, and while that's happening, another fight is commencing. The Jukes are out on mid one. He wanted to re-engage with the fight, and now he might be in trouble himself. He'll be able to blink away. They will get Saxer out. Mid one, he knows what he has to do here. He has to keep the top wave pushed out, but there is a dire concern that OG are just going to go down mid.
Did you see that black hole?
No.
I didn't as well. Yeah, he used it.
No.
You didn't see it because it lasted literally a millisecond. I think he died the same moment he casted it or he cancelled it. It was hard to even see.
And right now, if you're Johan, you're going to just posture, act like we have the black hole, but they know, Viking knows they have the victory. It's a 2-1 victory over OG. Viking GG take it.
Damn, like what a great performance by Viking GG, and they really are the giant slayers, this team. They just perform on a different level versus big teams. Obviously, they had a really